Good afternoon. I'd like to call the May 1st meeting of the Personnel Committee to order, please. Can I get roll call first of all?
Mrs. Ricketts Swales.
Here.
Mr. Ricky.
Here.
Mrs. Burdick.
Here.
Mrs. Hanchett.
Here.
Mr. Havey. Mrs. Root.
Here.
Mr. Rumfelt.
Here.
And Mr. Harris. 6 present, 1 absent.
Thank you. First on our agenda, approval of the minutes from the April 3rd meeting. Can I get a motion for that?
Rumfeld will move.
A second?
Ricky.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Next on our agenda is looks like Mr. McCormick all by himself. Let's talk about the tier grant. Is that correct?
Let me see. Yeah, that's correct. 2 grants, the tier grant and absentee, Brenda, what?
Absentee prepaid postage grant?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
These are grants that we need to have renewed or rolled over, I guess is the best way to phrase it.
Okay. Do we do them together or separately? Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is the New York State Technology and Election Resource Tier Grant, right?
Rumfeld will move that.
Hanchett will second. Does anyone have any questions about this grant?
I don't have a question, but we probably should note that it's for $43,000.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, just to clarify what's going on with this. The Board of Elections is requesting a resolution to reappropriate unspent grant funds in the amount of $43,334 from the tier grant into the 2024 budget. And the Allegheny County Treasurer Terry Ross assisted the Board of Elections with the appropriation and revenue accounts that are listed on the MOE.
Beautiful. Anyone else? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. The second one is the reappropriation of the New York State BOE absentee prepaid postage grant in,
Yes, and so for this, this is also requesting a resolution to reappropriate unspent grant funds totaling $32,117 for the 2022-23 award, which is an amount of $14,982, and also the 2023-2024 award, which is $17,135. The amounts for each of those grant years needs to be reappropriated into the 2024 budget. And both of these awards were previously accepted and appropriated by various resolutions in both 2022 and 2023. And again, the Allegheny County Treasurer Terry Ross assisted the Board of Elections in appropriating the money in the MOE into the correct accounts.
Root will make the motion.
Hanchett will second. Thank you. Yeah, questions?
I have a question. It says that none of it was spent. Is there a reason why it didn't get spent that first year?
Well, the grant is in total, so sometimes we don't have enough invoices to total out the grant. I mean, we can only send so many absentees. So that's,
I just was questioning it because it says none of the funds were spent.
Some of them must have been.
Well, that's not what it says.
No, I know. I see what it says, but
what year are you talking about, Janice?
that was,
22, 23, I think, and it says and 23, 24. So 22, 23 was 14,982, and then 23, 24 was 17,135. And it goes on to say what the grant was, and it says none of the funds were spent. Then therefore, the entire amount for each grant year needs to be reapportioned into the 2024 budget.
Correct. Well, we have to have money available to us in this election cycle to process these absentee ballots and mail them out, and then the return postage also.
Are there any other questions? All in favor? Opposed? So that's also moved. Thank you.
Well, if everyone has a few minutes here,
Sure.
the Board of Elections in Allegheny County, in the last 6 weeks, we received our new Hart InterCivic voting system. Okay, it's all here. Last week, the Hart representative, Mike McMurray, and a representative from the State Board of Elections, Colin Lombardo, were here with our techs and staff, and we, let me see, best way to describe it. All the machines are in our storage unit down here, and so we, I guess, activated them. Yes, they're certified. I guess that's the correct term, Keith. You know, everything had to be logged in, and all the seals had to be accounted for. So we're live now with, I guess we all are, with a new Hart voting system. And they'll first be deployed for the 5 school elections that we conduct or assist in. So we're looking forward to that. But I think we're quite pleased with the system. It'll be easier for our inspectors to start the system and also to shut down the system at the end of the night. So just wanted everybody to know where we're at with that. So
great.
thank you for all your approvals on that system.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good day.
You as well. Next on our agenda is the county administrator. I believe it's the deputy county administrator, Miss.
All right, thank you. We have 3 MOEs for your consideration today, and they all have to do with Juneteenth and holidays. As you know, previously you all have acted to ratify agreements with the PEF bargaining unit and our AFSCME bargaining unit, which awarded Juneteenth as an additional holiday. What we're bringing you today is an MOA first we'll talk about for the Deputy Sheriff's Association and then for the New York State Nurses Association. What we're asking for this situation, for these 2 units that we are going to enter into negotiations with in 2024, is that we give them the same consideration for 2024 for Juneteenth as we get negotiations underway. This will be a one-time only, and permit designation as a holiday would be contingent upon those negotiations.
So this is just for the 2024 year right now
For the Deputy Sheriff's Association.
and for the
then
nurses.
NYSNA. Yep.
Okay,
Rumfeld will move that.
thank you. Do I have a second?
Ricky, second.
Thank you. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that's the first one. Now the second one.
So the next one is for the department head and non-unit employees. We're asking a resolution establishing Juneteenth as a holiday for these employees. And we would update our handbook for this staff to list, yes, Juneteenth, and also the same language that has been placed in PAF and AFSCME regarding Christmas Eve as maybe it's a holiday, maybe it's not, depending on where the holiday falls, language that's in the MOE. That's language is specifically, it'll be an observed holiday for department head and non-unit, so long as both Christmas and Christmas Eve both fall during the normal work week of Monday through Friday. For years where either Christmas or Christmas Eve falls on a weekend, Christmas Eve would not be an observed holiday.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Hanchett will move.
Thank you. Second?
Ricky, a second.
Questions? So this one is permanent?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Mr. Barnes?
How many paid holidays does the county have?
Oh, Mr. Barnes, please use your microphone. Thank you.
Yes, how many paid holidays does the county have?
I looked at that and I didn't, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. I can tell you, I think there's 11 federal paid holidays, or 11 federal holidays. I don't know that we're far off that mark.
Probably plus or minus one.
Yeah,
It's right around there.
somewhere close to there. I can come back to you with that.
Is there a rule that of every national holiday, the county has to observe those?
No, sir.
So we can approve or not approve, but what you're saying is you're gonna go ahead and approve. But I just get.
It's usually a standard. I mean, I think federal's
My
a standard
concern,
level,
my
yeah.
concern is most private industries don't observe a lot of national holidays. Martin Luther King Day, et cetera, et cetera. I just think there's way too many holidays, paid holidays. That's all I have to say.
I think some of our holidays, and Brooke, you can cut me off, we took the approach with negotiation. One of the approaches with negotiations is trying to find a balance. I think as an employer, Allegheny County employees enjoy a better work-life balance, and this is part of that, where we might not be able to meet private industry and salary. Our benefits is where we shine best. With the health insurance that our employees are fortunate enough to receive, and some of our other benefits like this. So I think we've seen, along with other public employers, where Juneteenth and Christmas Eve are very standard in their benefits packages, and it's not so much that we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. It's just that we're trying to have the same practical approach as others, and make sure that we're competitive, and that we're considerate.
Any other questions? Mike, Mr. Healy, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Just, should have asked on the last one too. Any idea what the cost is for all this?
So paid time off is hard to assign a salary to, except for those of like our mandatory services with our deputy sheriffs, like our 24/7. I don't have those numbers off the top of my head. No, it'll be contingent on the staffing needs of the day. So it could potentially be a higher level of pay for some of those people.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That one's moved. Last one.
So with these being approved, potentially, we'd also need a resolution that would close the building and recognize it as a holiday. So there would be 3 resolutions being requested for, 3 MOEs to present you today. One was the temporary for the Deputy Sheriff's Association, the NISNA, then the permanent for the department head and non-unit employees. And then this is actually a formal action by the board by resolution to close the building to public.
Rumfeld will move that.
Hanchett will second.
Are there some questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That one's carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, is there any old business?
Madam Chair, I just want to confirm, I might have fallen asleep for a second. Did you vote on all 3
Yes, sir,
separately?
we
Okay,
did.
Thank you.
Any old business? Any new business? Anything good for the order? If not,
Madam Chairperson, as there's no other business to come before the Personnel Committee today, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
all right. Anyone second?
Ricky, second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.